When I got shipping notification for the new Bella Beaute Bar Green Goddess palette, you know I squealed like a little piggy and I was so excited. So I have the palette, I have the highlighter. We're going to do some looks and swatches. So if that sounds good to you, just keep watching. If you stumbled upon my channel for the first time today, hello, my name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I do post quite often, so I highly recommend subscribing to my channel, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. So you guys, today we're playing with the new palette from Bella Beaute Bar. This is the Green Goddess palette, and from the information I have, it's launching on the 4th of April. So definitely mark your calendar. I'm sure you guys have all seen the reveal on Instagram and stuff already, so thank you for heading on over to my channel. Mine is already looking a little bit roughed up because I did swatch and do a look with it. So I'm going to show you a look and then I'm going to do a second look as well. So this video is going to have 2 looks, but let's go ahead and get into the close-ups and the swatches. And then there is also a highlighter with this collection. I haven't done anything with the highlighter yet, so I'm very excited to apply it. As you can see, it is a very vibrant green highlighter. And I also know that there are some eyeshadow singles launching with this palette. I believe there was a delay with the eyeshadow singles, so when they have the entire collection, I think that's when Bella Beaute Bar is planning to launch this palette. I'm just trying to get a little bit ahead and have my video ready to go when they announce the collection. So if there is some information missing, please forgive me. I'm doing the best I can. Okay, so now let me show you the swatches of the eyeshadow palette. Now this is a little bit unexpected for me because when I heard Green Goddess, I was expecting more of those warm greens, but this is more of like a cool tone, neutral tone palette in my opinion. On the back we have all of the ingredients. It also says that this is a net weight of 255 grams or a net weight of 8.10 ounces. It's distributed by Bella Beaute Bar and made in the PRC, vegan, paraben, and cruelty-free with a 12-month shelf life. So all that information is on the back, and I just want to let you guys know because I have at least one person that always asks me where palettes are made, so I just want to get better at mentioning that. I am a Bella Beaute Bar affiliate. Anytime you shop on their site, you can use my code KHMAKEUP to save a little bit extra. Now this packaging is not AI, it is a real person on the cover. They did make sure to let me know that, so I can let you know that as well in case that is something you worry about. I think this is such a beautiful image. It reminds me so much of Davini, I think I'm saying that right, from Moana, the goddess that comes out of the volcano. Packaging's beautiful, and then let's go ahead and talk about the shades. Now I did swatch this a little bit different. Usually I just go down the rows, but for me I can definitely see kind of like a neutral 6-pan palette and then a green 9-pan palette. So I swatched it separate. I swatched the neutrals first and then the green shades. So Balance is a beautiful like rose gold color. Growth is a bone colored matte shade. Wisdom's a cool tone brown. Femininity is a beautiful kind of muted coral shade. Goddess is a darker brown shade. And then Enchant is a beautiful champagne shimmer with really no base shade to it. Now we have the greens, so I went across the rows there, and the first shade is Earth Mother, which is a beautiful like silvery green shade. It's almost looking marbly. It's so beautiful. Tranquil is a mint green. Renewal is a beautiful green purple shifting shade. Lush is a beautiful like duochrome. It shifts from green to almost like a neutral shade. I did use that in my first look, so you'll see it in action. Nourish is a cool tone, kind of just like army khaki green. Demeter is a beautiful green, like a dark green. Rebirth is what I would call a mucky green. And then Fertility is a beautiful duochromy, multi-chromy shade. It shifts beautifully from like a green to a bright yellow type shade. And then we have Davini. Okay, there we go. Davini is a army kind of green gray tone color. So this has a really beautiful variety. I did grab the Bella Beaute Bar Secret Garden palette. So we'll just look at the 2 palettes at the end, but hopefully I covered everything as far as the close-ups and swatches, and I was able to give you a good description. Now I do have the first look ready to go, so let's go ahead and dive in to the first look with the Green Goddess palette. My idea today is to use some of the warm neutral shades and then this shade on the lid for a pop. It has a duochrome effect to it, so I think it'll pair really nicely with the neutral colors. So of course I have to start off with Femininity, oh my gosh, which is the warm brown shade. And you guys know I love these types of terracottas, so I'm just gonna run that all over the crease. I love Bella Beaute Bar's pigmentation. So as you can see, this is nice and pigmented. I don't have to blend it too much, but it's also staying nice and opaque, which is great. That looks so cute. Okay, so I'm gonna take the shade Goddess NYX and put it in the outer corner, but first I want to play with the shade Lush. I just want to throw that all over my lid, so let's do that. I'm just grabbing this ColourPop flat shader brush. I'm gonna go into the shade Lush, and we're gonna give it a nice spray with my Milk Makeup setting spray that I've been trying to use up. I knew this would have such a beautiful shift with the kind of peachy brown shade underneath, because it looks green in the pan, but when you look at the swatches you could see like a really pretty pinky shift to it, so I thought it would pair really well with the neutral shadows. I want to do multiple looks with this palette, but at least 2 hopefully before it gets revealed. Oh my god, that is so pretty. Can this just be an eye look and be done? I think so. I think you could just do the matte and the shimmer. I'm just gonna add a little bit of a deeper tone on the outer corner, but the look is pretty much done. So let me go ahead and line my waterline so we can finish it up. So if you're feeling really twirly, you could throw on one of these green mattes in the lower lash line just to add a pop of color, but I'm not really feeling that, so I just want to keep this kind of like a softer neutral look. So I took this big old fluffy blending brush that I got from Fantasy Cosmetica, and I'm using that to take the shade Femininity and just run that on the lower lash line. Just want to keep it kind of like light and airy and easy, so I'm just throwing that all over the lower lash line and giving it a little blendy blend. My hair looks wild, y'all. Oh my gosh, I need to style it here after I'm done with the look, so then we can finish it. But I think I've decided that I'm not gonna cut it short. I think I'm gonna just have it cleaned up, and I think that'll make me happy again, because I do like the length. I just don't style it enough, but eventually someday I'll have time to style it, and that day I want to have my long hair. Okay, so that looks really cute. So now I'm just going to take a little bit of the shade Goddess, which is like a cool tone deeper brown, and I'm just going to run that with that same brush kind of up and down, like a little bit on the outer corner and a little bit on the lower lash line just to tie it in. I don't want to bring it too far into this eye look, just really keeping it kind of like everyday vibes. Okay, super duper simple, super cute. I love it. I'm going to throw on some mascara. Basically, I have all my other makeup on, so I'm going to throw on some mascara, find some earrings, do something with this hair, and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look and tell you what else is on my face today. So here is the finished look. What do we think? I love how it turned out. It's simple, but still so fun, and I just love this for like a spicy neutral vibe. So let me tell you really quick what else is on my face today, because I did try to pull some things and shop my stash. So for foundation, I have on the One Size Turn Up the Base Full Beat Liquid Foundation. I picked this up, I think, during the last Sephora sale, and I wanted to wear it a little bit more. I do have a bit of a runny nose, so my nose feels so dry, but I really like this foundation, and I have it in the shade, ooh, let me tell you really quick, medium 50G, so that's the shade I have on. And then my Natasha Denona concealer, this is in the shade NP10, and I don't remember what this is called. It's the High Glam Concealer. Really love this concealer. It's one of my favorites, and that's what I have on my under eyes, as well as the Sigma color corrector. I always wear that. And then for blush and highlighter today, I decided to use the shade Paloma Peach from House Labs. I actually showed this in my blush declutter video, and I said I'm not sure if I like this one as much as the new packaging, but I went in with a bit of a heavy hand this time, and I really love this shade. I feel like I would love to repurchase this in the new formula, because I know they said they only changed the packaging, but I swear there was a formula change as well, at least in my mind. So I would love to get it in the new packaging, but I also feel like I need to buy a blush, like I need a hole in my head, and I have 3 of the new House blush packaging, and so I don't need to rebuy this shade, so I'm just gonna make this work. But if I were to look at my collection again at the end of the year, I'll probably end up maybe decluttering this one. We'll see. I was trying to use it more so I could decide if it's as good or if not. And then I have on the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. This is in the shade Champagne Glow. I did just get her face duo. I'm so excited about that. But the thing I don't like about this one is, as expensive as Charlotte Tilbury is, I hate how this thing like rattles around in the pan. And I don't know why I'm like reapplying my makeup, but I feel like it doesn't look as intense on camera. So I'm like, let me just put a little bit more on. So there is the highlighter. I've been wanting to try out some of these products because I don't really remember much about them, and I just filmed my collection videos, so I have a bunch of products I want to keep trying and decide if I want to keep them for 2026 or if I'm going to declutter them. So that's that. And then for bronzer, I tried a new combo today. So I'm wearing my Physicians Formula cream bronzer in this duo, and then the Sephora bronzer in the shade Beach Bum Tan. I think this is pretty. It's definitely not my favorite bronzer, but since the Sephora sale is around the corner, I wanted to try it out and see if I would recommend it to you guys. So it's a decent bronzer. I know there's so many new things coming out from Sephora collection, and just in time for the Sephora sale. So I've been eyeing those. And then this is another product that I wanted to test out more. This is the Rare Beauty lip oil, and I have it on in the shade Hope. This is definitely a pinky shade, not one I would wear, but I wanted to try it out. So that is the shade Hope on my skin tone. So that is everything that's on my face. Now let's get into another look. Okay, it's time to film look number 2, and I'm going to focus in on the greens this time. So I think I'm going to try and do a halo look. I haven't done one in a while, but I'm going to see. So I'm going to start off with the shade Tranquil, just kind of taking it slow. I don't want to go in with the deeper shade just yet and like screw it up. So I'm just going to go in easy peasy with this one. You guys will have to let me know what you're planning on shopping during the Sephora sale. I definitely have a big wish list built up, but I need to be so careful because I still have so many things coming up. And you guys, I got invited to something really exciting that I'm still like, what? Like, is this my life? But I'm so excited, and I'll definitely share with you guys in a video soon. Can't wait to tell you guys about it. I kind of forgot how to do a halo eye. I'm not gonna lie, because I always do the same eye look because it's like my comfort zone. And today I was like, you know what? Do something different, babe. Do something different. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that minty shade kind of in the crease as well. Usually I don't put anything in the crease, I think, but I can't remember. Okay, I really want to use the shade Fertility on the middle portion of my lid. So let me grab a clean flat brush. I think I'm going to grab this one from Sigma, and I'm going to pick it up. And it looks like it's a flaky one, so maybe I should put on some more of this minty shade on the lid as well, because sometimes these shades don't have a base to it, and then it looks crazy in the middle of your eyelid when there isn't like a shade on your eyelid. You can just see like eyelid and then a really deepened up eyeshadow look on the outer edges, so I'm just trying to cover my bases. So I'm gonna give this a spray. I'm working so hard to pan things. I'm so proud of myself, you guys. These are like a big deal thing for me. I've learned so much about myself as I age. It's so funny, like how I'll hold on to things. Like I'll keep things and I'm like, oh, I should use that sparingly. And it's like, why? Like, I don't like to say like, oh, you could literally just like drop it tomorrow. It's really morbid, but it's also like I could just not be here tomorrow and then what? Like I sparingly used something and it never got used. So I've been trying to make more of an effort. Like I am trying to like use my favorite things more and like use them up, because like what am I saving them for? I do that a lot with clothes too, and so I've been trying really hard not to just like wait for something special and just like wear the shirt or wear the pants or wear the shoes. You know, you don't have to wait until something extra comes along. But that's just my philosophy. Obviously, you can feel however you want to feel. That color is so pretty, just how I knew it was going to be. And then I'm going to take this brush again, and I think I'm going to go into the shade Rebirth, which is the really pretty shade that almost is like the color of my shirt. And I'm going to tap that on the outer portion of the eyelid, and I'm going to tap it on the inner portion of the eyelid as well. Oh no, see that eyeshadow brush, it's so fluffy, it dragged in the shimmer shade. How did it manage to do that? It's so flaky. Shucks. Okay, I think I changed my mind. I think I'm just gonna do my regular eyeshadow look because I feel like I kind of forgot how to do a halo look, and my eyeshadow's refusing to blend on, so I'm gonna have to like tap it and then like lightly windshield wiper motion it, which is kind of driving me a little bit bananas, but that's all right. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into my flat brush and I'm just gonna give it another good spraying, and I'm just gonna foil that green shade on one more time, just all the way this time instead of just in the center. Oh my god, silly me. Shadow is so flaky. It's so pretty though. It looks like it's wet on my lid, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm gonna just clean up my under eyes a little bit, throw on some eyeliner, and I'll be right back to finish up this look. Okay, so I'm gonna take a pencil brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Tranquil, which is that minty shade that I started off with. And I'm gonna use that kind of as the start of my inner corner. I just wanted to use this to like brighten things up a little bit. And that's looking really cute. Just kind of blending that in to the shade. And I'll slowly start to drag it out towards the middle of the waterline. I'm going to take the shade Rebirth again, which is the one on my crease, and I'm just going to run that right along the lower lash line all the way into the outer corner up here. I'm going to take this shade and I'm going to put it a little bit in the outer corner because you know I can't live without a dark green or like a deepening of shade in the outer corner. Oh, this is so pretty. I know I was going to do a halo eye, or I said I was going to do a halo eye, but this worked out too, so can't complain. I actually like that deeper green shade even more than Rebirth, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I think the eye look is almost done. If I like the highlighter shade, I might pop it in the inner corner, we'll see. but I need a blush. So let me throw on some blush so we can test out the highlighter as well. Okay, so I decided to use the Bella Beaute Bar blush palette this time around, and I used the shade Cannoli, which is a beautiful kind of muted brown shade. So I thought that would be really pretty with this look. And now it's time to play with the highlighter, which I think this is just called the Green Goddess highlighter as well. And this is also made in the PRC. Everything looks very similar to the eyeshadow palette. So this is the shade. It's a very vibrant and green. I'm a little bit nervous, but let's go ahead and apply it, see how it looks. Okay, I'm gonna grab this Unearthly highlighter brush. And actually, is this a highlighter brush? I don't even know. I guess I determined that it was. Okay. Oh, you know what? I should spray this. Help it kind of stick to my face a little bit better. That is a very intense green highlighter. I probably would recommend not spraying it if you don't want it to be as intense. But there it is. And let's do the other side as well. I'm fully committing. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. I love green highlighter. I don't know if I love wearing it like on myself because I feel like it's a little much, but for today, I'm gonna give myself the full green treatment. And like I said, if you want to spray it, it definitely makes it more intense. I think this will be really pretty in the inner corner. So I'm just gonna take my little pencil brush and I'm gonna pick it up with the pencil brush, give it a nice spray, and I'm gonna pop just a little bit on top of that minty shadow that I used. Cute. Okay, so I definitely look like a green goddess salad. I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face, find a lip shade to go with this look, and I'll be right back to give you guys some of my thoughts and review on this collection. You guys, if some kind of makeup bandit broke into my house right now and said, go in your makeup room and do a makeup look that represents you at this very current moment in time, I think this would be the look. Like if I could wake up every day looking like this, wearing the same green shirt and these boss earrings, I would be a happy camper, but that's not real life. Oh my gosh, I wish people could see me on the day-to-day. It's so funny. I don't even know how I tell people I'm a makeup YouTuber with a straight face because some mornings are rough, y'all. So if you're in the trenches of motherhood like I am, I see you, but every once in a while we get to put on a cute shirt and sit down and film a makeup look, and that makes me so happy. So here is the finished look. Let me know what you guys think. If you don't like this look, please don't comment, okay? Because I'm really feeling myself right now. I would like to hear though which one is your favorite. If you like the brown one, leave the word brown or leave me a brown emoji. And if you like the green one, definitely leave me like a green heart or the word green in the comments, just because I am so curious about which one is your favorite. Now let me tell you really quick what else is on my face today in case you guys are nosy. I think I use most of the same products because I was feeling a little bit lazy. For foundation, I'm wearing the One Size foundation again. This is the Turn Up the Base Full Beat. I'm kind of testing this out again because I don't really remember how I feel about it. And then for concealer, I just grabbed my Natasha Denona concealer. For my bronzer, I'm wearing two of my favorites, or well, one of my favorites and one newer favorite. So the Dior bronzer, this is in the shade, ooh, this is Intense 05. You can't buy this on the Sephora website, just so you know. I picked this up on the Dior website. And then of course my beautiful Say bronzer in the shade Swim. I'm trying to figure out how much I have left of this because I'm wondering if I need to get another one, but it's looking rough, y'all. This doe foot has seen better days, let me tell you that. And then for blush, I told you guys I'm wearing the Bella Beaute blush palette. And then for my lip, I just threw on this shade from Natasha Denona. It is called, ooh, oh gosh, I cannot see that to save my life. SNB, oh, 12.5 NB Kala. I think this was from the bronze collection. It's just like a really beautiful peachy nude color. So I wanted something a little less intense because I feel like with this highlighter, like we've got a lot of green going on. So that is everything on my face today. The earrings are from Zara. They are a little bit old, so I don't think I'm able to link them for you. But listen, you guys ask me all the time about my jewelry, where my earrings are from. And so I did create a little kind of list of all my earrings. And so it's always linked in every description box if you guys want to go find a particular set of earrings. Anything that's like newer is linked there. So hopefully that helps you guys out. And every once in a while I get a request for a earring collection video. And you guys, I feel like that would be so boring. Like, I feel like that would be so boring, but maybe someday. Listen, let's do this. If I ever hit 100K on YouTube, I'll do an earring collection video. How about that? Okay, so anyways, now that I've done all of that, let's go ahead and talk about this little collection. I am definitely not a colorful highlighter girl, so I feel like this is a really pretty highlighter, but if I was going shopping on the Bella Beaute bar website, I don't know that I would pick this up just because it's not my preference. I just am not very used to wearing green highlighter on my face. I just don't prefer it. I love the shade green, but when it comes to highlighter, I just prefer a neutral highlighter. I know there's tons of people that love colorful highlighters though. As far as application, texture, all of that, it felt great. It was really smooth. It has no base shade to it, so as you can see, it really amps up when I kind of flip my head around. And so it's a beautiful highlighter. I'm glad I have it, but it's definitely not one that I would go out and buy. Like if I was shown a bunch of highlighters, I don't think it would be the first shade I would pick. And then as far as the eyeshadow palette goes, this is so pretty. I just love Bella Beaute Bar. You know, they're one of my favorite brands. And I'm so excited to be a part of this launch. So I did grab my Secret Garden palette just to show you guys. It was so funny actually. I think somebody commented on my Pat McGrath video that they were kind of reaching for this one instead of trying to maybe buy the new Pat McGrath palette, which honestly kind of a smart move because again, Bella Beaute Bar just makes the most beautiful shadows, and this is just like the perfect extension of the Secret Garden palette, because the Secret Garden palette I feel like is definitely more of that warm tone green, and then you can just add the Green Goddess palette here right on the end, and then you just have like the most beautiful, delicious, neutrally cool tone greens and browns to go with this palette. I feel like they complement each other really well. So if you already have this one and you're happy with it, obviously just shop your stash and use the Secret Garden. But if you want a little bit more, a little extra, I think this is super cute as well. And as you can see, this packaging does have the wells in it, so you can mix and match the colors if you want to, or create a different color story altogether, which I know a lot of people really enjoy. So yeah, that is just kind of my 2 cents on the comparison. As far as the packaging goes, it's lovely. You can see we have 15 gorgeous shades here, and I really think this is such a fun color story. All the shimmers I tried were absolutely lovely, and the mattes feel like the great Bella Beaute Bar formula that I'm used to. So I feel like I have no issues recommending this palette for you guys if you have been interested in it. I don't have any of the launch information, so check the description box, and like I said, I do have a code with them. It's just KHMAKEUP. If you want to use it and save a little extra, of course you don't have to use my code. Just use somebody's code, and of course if you do use my code, thank you so much for the support because I will be making a small commission on that. So yeah, overall I think this is a fun color story. It's definitely a little bit more muted than what I like. I like really bright greens. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Not neon, but like I love true greens. Like green. I don't even know. Like the shade of the ColourPop T-Rex mascara that they did with Toy Story. Like that's my favorite shade of green if I were to try and point at something and tell you what it is. But I don't discriminate, you guys. I love all greens, and I feel like this palette is a updated version of a lot of palettes from brands from back in the day, like the Melt palette, the Gemini palette, as well as like the Give Me Glow Juicy Olive palette. Like this is giving me those vibes, but the formula is just, of course, I don't want to say better because I didn't think those formulas were bad, but I think this is just more of like that 2025 version of indie eyeshadows that I really like. So Hopefully I'm explaining myself well. I love it. I mean, I was expecting to love it because I love green eyeshadow so much. So it's not a bad palette. If that's what you're wondering about, it's not a bad palette. I don't think you're going to have any trouble with it at all. And I think it's pretty beginner friendly too, because the shades are kind of all grouped together. So if you have a hard time putting color stories together, you can pretty much figure it out just by looking at it. So I think it's going to be a really fun palette and a fun addition to your collection if you're eyeing this one. If you are a green lover like me, I'm sure you have something in your collection that will definitely scratch the itch for this palette. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you could go ahead and leave me a comment or give this video a thumbs up, or do both, it's a great free way to support my channel. I will also have some other videos pop up in case you want to stick around and watch some of my other content. If this is all the time we have for today, I will see you in another video very, very soon.